That's fine. We will have that. And yes, we are live. Live to no one. That's all right. We're okay with that. This is going to be a bit of a different one, and I've printed some of these with a sponsorships resin and a promise sponsor. I'm going to fulfill that sponsorship. I've been a little bit tied up in a previous project, but as for this evening, we are simply going to paint. So, shall we? Starting off with, let's do the obvious bits first. I really like the way that this, wrong one, this speed paint dark wood looks, so I'm going to do a bit of that. And I've gone for a very chilled kind of theme with the music. I literally just typed in cozy, which makes a difference from what I normally type in. I normally just type in sexy, which doesn't usually come up with anything that arousing, to be honest. It's just kind of, the theme kind of works. Anyway, I shall begin. Trying my best not to yank my headphones out of their sockets. Grabbing... Aha, there's where I put them. Yeah, it's a bit of an impromptu stream. This kind of came out of nowhere. Let's just bring up... I love this thing where it doesn't tell me if I've got comments. Let's fix that, shall we? Before we proceed with this nonsense. And there we go.
I think it's a great idea.
Good evening, surprise stream. Yes, sorry, I snuck up on everyone with this one, Nard. Nice to see you. How are you doing this evening? Busy, I hope. Merry and all that. There we go. Open studio, that's what I wanted. That's all I wanted. Yes. Studio is up. Wonderful. And for whatever reason... Oh, I know why. Because my partner's watching the Mormon Housewives show. So that's why this is tanked. Excellent. Oh well. We shall persevere. That cursed damn show. Ruins everything. Good evening, Right, we're going to have a great time pronouncing this one. Angela Shusha Ixafa. Hello, how are you doing? I'm sure I pronounced that perfectly. Kids in bed now, so painting time. Well, Nard, the voice chat is open if you do feel like joining, or if you just feel like watching. That's fine too. But yeah, I am in the Discord. If you wanted to join, completely up to you. No pressure. It's just a cheeky little evening stream, which even I didn't know I was going to do until now. But yes, good evening, Angela Shusha Exafa. How are you doing? Hope you're well. What brings you to this evening stream? Got to finish with... Ah, yes, the D&D character. It looks like quite a large one. And it looks very, very technical. There's a lot of detail on that one. It's nice. You always go for a strange... as far from human as possible character, I've noticed. But then again, I guess you might as well. I guess I chose a lizard, but then again, still kind of humanoid. Anyway, let's get a good look at that. I really like this. This wood colour. It comes across very nicely. And it's a speed paint, so, as suggested, very easy to work with, which is nice. First thing we're going to do is just go over all of the wood bits, get those out of the way, and then we'll move to the other sections, because I like to start off with what I know I'm going to do, so that kind of divide and conquer. So the bits that I haven't quite yet decided, I've got time to think about whilst I'm doing the obvious bits. For example, wood is always going to be painted like wood. Baby Chris, hello. Where man bro, Minecraft is, yes, exactly. I think I said Minecraft for a second, then I sort of auto-corrected that in my brain. How are you doing? Welcome to the evening stream. I hope you are well. And just like that, most of our shield, I've still got to get the back of it, but that's pretty much done. Why go human if you're already role-playing one and watch? That's a good point, actually. Nard, the pretending to be human. I rarely bother doing things that you can't see unless you're picking the model up, to be honest. Because most of the time it's not worth it. But in this case, I can get behind that shield easy enough, so I have done it. And there we go. One shield, finished. Let's move on to anything else wooden. Ah, of course. Let's do this. The stick of the maul. The handle of the maul. The maul? Is that what it's called? No, this flail. What is that? What's this weapon called? It's escaping me for some reason. And for all of you doom scrollers that have just randomly come across this, hello, ha ha ha. Didn't expect to see me, did you? No, neither did I. Think of this as mindfulness. Well, more for me really than anyone else, but you might find it helpful. Who knows? I find painting relaxing. Keeps me sane. Kind of. Like Bob Ross, but minus the talent. And plus the finger. That makes sense if you know Bob Ross. If it doesn't, that sounds bad. I'll just let you think about that and I won't correct it. Yeah, we'll just leave that. We'll leave that one hanging. Here we go. And that, I believe, that should be all of our wooden pieces done. There we go. Let's change it up a bit. I've neglected streaming quite a bit recently. Unfortunately, I've been working on a project which has been taking up pretty much all of my time, but I do enjoy doing this, so I've made some time for it this evening, so my partner can watch a horrendous reality TV show. And I didn't need to, so that's good. A fair balance, right. So something else we know in terms of colour is going to be his skin tone. I've just noticed there's some supports inside the mouth. Let's get rid of those with a pointy stick. Where's my pointy stick? Under the fiche, yes. It was under that thing. Just do a bit of surgery real quick. Goblin dentistry. Those supports are pretty damn caked on. If I realised they were there, I would have taken them off before curing this. And 3D printing this would have been way easier. Oh well, there we go. That's those done. I've noticed there's another one on the ear. Be very careful with that. We don't want to lose that ear. In fact, we'll clip that one. If we can get in there. Never rush post-processing of your 3D prints. it only goes badly, as this might show. Okay, just needs a little bit of sanding, and we fixed the model that I didn't know was broken. Okay, let's get rid of that. Yes, that'll do. One of his ears is already a little bit chewed off, but I think that might even be the design, so we're not too worried about that. Let's move on to skin tone, because again, we know what the skin's going to be. Nice and green. We're using orc skin green because it's pretty much the same, really. I'm careful enough of painting the face on this section, I should be able to get away from not having to go over and doing the eyes again, but we'll see how that goes. It's going to be pretty tricky to pull that off. There we go. That's not a bad green. It's probably the trickiest bit of that skin to paint, so now we're going to move on to the easy bits. I don't care too much now if I accidentally spill some paint on the hood, because we're going to paint that in a minute, so any of the green bits will just go over the top off, so it doesn't matter too much if we mess that up. Okay, so that's face and ears done. Let's move on to hands. I've recently noticed that my computer doubles up as a radiator, and my house at the moment is very hot, so this room is boiling, hence why I'm not wearing the silly hat. This music's too cozy. I know I collect on a playlist called Cozy, but I need something a bit more manic. This doesn't suit my personality. Let's go. We'll just type in fantasy. Fantasy ambience. Oh god. No, it's too slow. Going back to what I used to do. I'm just typing in sexy. Going with that. Whatever comes up. Usually works. There we go. It's more my speed. In my defense, I did try the other one for like a mere second, so that's not too bad. Don't know that I need lyrics though. Okay, this track makes me feel like I'm filming a porno, so I'm kind of regretting my music choice now. I might change it in a minute. Porno from the 80s. I think pretty safe to say that should be all of the green bits. Alright, let's do that cloak. Which we'll do in hardened leather because it's just a good brown colour. It kind of looks like that's what it would be. Got some weird stitches on it. Yeah, that's definitely the correct colour choice for that.
Good evening.
Good evening, Nard. Thank you for joining us. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you very much. Got an evening of painting ahead of me, so it's always a good.
That is a nice evening.
Yes. Kids are at the bed.
Excellent.
And all the time to myself.
There we go. I'll just turn down. There we go. Yep. Say something continuous.
say something continuous.
Thank you. That works out perfectly. There we go. I was just checking the sound levels. And to our vast 7 viewers this evening, we are joined by the wonderful Nard.
Ooh. Hello, good evening all.
And yes, we are. Nard is painting a D&D character, and I am painting something else, a little goblin from a free thing. Sorry, Nard, you were going to say?
Just thinking, you say the vast audience of 7. Imagine just sitting at a table and have 7 people sitting across from you watching you paint.
It'd be uncomfortable. That's the answer to that question. It'd be very uncomfortable. We already discussed. I went to an event a little while ago, like I said, and people kept coming up to me to talk to me about the outfit and the gun that I made with 3D printing. And it was really weird because I'm really antisocial, but I literally would have spoke to like 100 people at that event, which is something I didn't take into account. That was completely my fault. I completely brought that on myself.
Yeah, it's... Can't really say anything else.
No, not really. Yeah, I mean, I didn't account for how chatty these nerds were going to be.
Nerds can be quite chatty.
Apparently, yeah. I think when they're comfortable, if you keep a nerd uncomfortable, he won't talk to you. But if he thinks he's amongst his people, then he will. So that's the trick there. Keep them on their toes.
So in the end, it's all your fault.
It is definitely all my fault. Yeah, I take complete ownership for all of what happened at that event.
Yeah. How dare you bring joy to other people while
do you know what's funny? I got some really weird comments on I think it's because Warhammer has a mixed, interesting bag of people that are into it. Some of them are a little bit strange, but I got some comments on it. My favourite ones were the hater ones, and this is for a Reddit post I did. One was calling me a virgin, and I enjoyed that especially because we were in a Warhammer Reddit, like subreddit. So glass houses. why are we throwing stones at each other? Are we pretending? Oh, I'm sorry. Are you the cool Warhammer nerd? Sorry, I didn't realise that I wasn't in that club. I didn't know there was an option to be cool in this hobby.
Well, it kind of comes down to saying but that's online part. There are no girls on the internet.
No, there aren't. They're like in. Do you know? Right. So I learned something about Skaven recently, which is really disgusting. I listened to a podcast, and yeah, it's bad. So Skaven, for anyone not to know, fantasy universe made by Warhammer, and there's a race of rat people where they're basically all just evil and horrible. And it's a bit like the rule of the internet. There's no girls on the internet. There's no girls in Skaven. And I think the phrase goes,
okay,
there's no girls in Skaven, only brood mothers. So basically, they are just kept for breeding purposes only, and they're like hooked up to loads of drugs, and that is just their existence. And it's just such a horrendous. Okay. It's one of the grossest parts, I think, of that universe. It's a little weird detail I heard recently, so I thought I'd share that horrible little factoid with you there. Someone wrote a book.
Thank you very much for sharing.
Yeah, someone wrote a book and they put that in it. So the sick minds are behind that. But yeah, it's like the internet.
Yeah, the internet is a horrid place.
It is a horrid place. No one should go on it.
Yeah.
I got another comment on the same post saying, it basically said, "Why have you done this? You should just get an M16." Something about people, you clearly been watching too many shows, and it's like, again, we're on a Warhammer subreddit, and the person that's saying this to me is also in said Warhammer subreddit. It's like, yeah, of course I have. Why else would I have made this?
The internet is truly magical.
It's a magical place. Varying levels of autism. That's how I summarize most of it. It all makes sense when you counter it, when you bring that into it.
As I mentioned before, earlier today actually, we're talking about silly and stupid stuff of the internet. In the Discord, it's absolutely amazing all the stuff that people make and do.
Yeah, it really is. I don't know how it's happened. It happened from me doing this, which is one of the reasons why I keep doing it. But yeah, we are very lucky to have a Discord full of very talented and helpful people, which I think is a rare thing.
Well, I'm in a few Discord groups. Another one is for some program Obsidian. It's what I use to DM and keep all my notes. And it's the same thing. There's so many people there just spending time telling with people asking like, hey, I can do this, and they take so much time out of their day just to answer people's questions and everything. It's amazing.
I think if you find someone who's into the same stuff, they are usually happy to help, depending on what it is.
True.
Although, if you want to find a really bitter group of people, look no further than the YouTube subreddit for creators. Oh my god. They are so bitter, all of them.
Why?
I don't know. You look at any of the posts on there, and someone will be, they'll say something along the lines of, is YouTube punishing me for doing this or doing this wrong? And the answer will always be, work harder, you don't deserve it anyway. And that will be the answer to everything. And it's just because I think people are so used to YouTube being such a difficult platform for some people that it just makes you that twisted, bitter person. And when you finally make it, that's who you are now. And you'll look down at anyone else who hasn't struggled yet. So, I mean...
So... that's the future we're looking forward to.
Yes.
To having a very miserable and horrid Edward.
Even worse than now. I'm looking forward to it myself. Actually, I'm gonna be horrible. It's probably better if I never become successful, to be honest, because I will become a monster. I guarantee it. I'm trying to.
We can quite easily make sure you never ever get famous. We'll get you cancelled in no time.
That won't take long. I'm sure. Where's Grizz? He's good at getting me cancelled. So anyone not know what? There's a member of my community called Grizz. He's very helpful. He's a little bit mad, and when we talk together, sometimes we say not very sensible things. And that if I get cancelled for any reason, it'll be either something I've said with him on, or something that I've said on one of his streams. There's probably something out there already. If someone looked for it, they would find me saying something flavourable or something, dare I say, not very nice sometimes. Ooh. Right, I now need to decide.
Why do I always pick minis with such tiny ass details on?
I don't know why you do that to yourself. You have picked a very difficult mini. How big is it? Is it like the size of your hand?
No. Is it
like that?
Normal. It's
obviously it's
like
bigger than a goblin, but
well, it's a bit bulkier, but it's not that tall. I'll turn on my cam for a sec, and you can see it. I can just show you a picture. That's maybe easier.
Either way, if you want to go on cam, you can. It's completely up to you.
I don't mind. Been there before.
There we go. Cam. Let's see if I can bring in. Let's bring in Nard. Your camera's looking good. The setup's very nice. Right, let's see if we can splice in.
This is just my laptop.
Is it? It's not a bad camera.
Yeah.
It's quite nice.
Quite a good one. It's the first Surface Book. So it's ancient already. So, but it has a very nice camera.
Yeah, you talk about being ancient. My ooh, I see. Yeah,
but look, it's not that big.
It's not that big, but there is a lot of detail there. Right, let's.
Yeah, look at the tiny ass flowers on top. That's gonna be a pain.
That is gonna be a pain. Let's get. I'm gonna splice you in a sec, if you don't mind.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
Let's do that. I'm gonna do this very haphazardly.
I'll turn this a little bit. Then there's slightly less junk in the background.
Yeah, I've got that problem. I've got a wide-angle lens going at the moment, and there is many a junk. Okay, so you are going there.
You're not sitting in a garage where all the stuff is, including the gardening stuff.
That's a good point. That is a very good point. Right, let's just screenshot. Da-da-da-da-da.
Although I like my little corner in the garage.
I'm
It is.
so excited to get my own. You have no idea. I'm looking forward to have my little garage space so much. Let's go there. There's young Nard. Let's pull that in. Have I cropped it? Oh, I have cropped it. Why have I cropped it like that?
I don't know.
I'm going to fix it now. Alright, let's go. Filters.
Talking about Grizz.
Oh god, yeah.
You can see it. You can see it on the cam now as well. There's a padlock over there.
Yeah.
It's the first thing Grizz asked if that's the place where I lock up my kids.
Yeah, that sounds like the kind of thing he'd say. Yeah, there you go. Excellent.
Even though it's exactly the opposite, it's to keep all my printer stuff away from the kids to keep them safe. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I mean, it's advisable not to drink resin. That's,
Exactly.
And I don't know if children understand that concept. I don't have kids, so I don't know. Maybe they do. Maybe they're very technically adverse. I don't know.
I'll tell you this. I picked them up at daycare today, and when they were playing outside, and the first thing I saw was the youngest one. He was eating sand. So
is that like recycling? I think worms do that. Is that how that works? It might be a useful trait somehow. Don't ask me how. But.
Look at Malice in the chat. She only drinks the diet resin.
Standards.
Yeah. Resin zero sugar. Oh yeah.
There we go. Only the healthiest.
Exactly.
Although Malice does print a lot, so I'm sure that's happened at some point. No, I'm sure it hasn't. She didn't go higher for it in supply. Hi, can you tell me the number of the Dallas police? I think it's 42069, if I remember correctly. I think that's it. Or it might be 999. It's usually 999.
I don't know.
Does anyone here live in Dallas? That could be a poll. Do you need the police? Because that makes sense. Oh god. Right. I'm gonna lose the sexy playlist because I'll be honest, it's making me uncomfortable now. So let's go.
You don't want to hear sexy sounds while talking to me.
It's a little bit weird. I'll be honest.
Well, there's
only
the
a
fact
bit.
that I'm married with children, so
That too, yeah. I don't want your wife to get jealous.
She probably already is. But, she went to bed.
Oh, it's okay.
She's a bit ill.
Oh dear. I hope she's all right.
Yeah, she's fine. We went out to an amusement park with the kids yesterday, and she got a bit of a cold.
Oh, okay.
So it's not bad. It's just.
Yeah, I've been feeling a bit down as well. Actually, this not like emotionally, but I think it's just not stopping for ages. It's just eventually it hits you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know.
I'm feeling fine, not getting tiny amounts of sleep. I'm totally fine.
Having a great time. I suppose I haven't had kids yet, so I can't really complain.
You can complain as much as you want to. Damn it. That doesn't work. Do I have a light grey? Yes, I do.
There we go.
Do you need the police?
There we go. Gamer
Yes,
game
so
says nothing weird about it. Yeah, you're right. There is nothing weird about it. It's completely normal. And Malice is saying that they've been off work for weeks due to a burnout. I did have one myself. That's why I don't work in offices anymore, because it drives me insane. But burnout's a really bad thing when it does hit.
Yes.
Have you ever had burnout, Nard?
No. I don't give a fuck about anything.
That's a good trait to have.
But
is
I
a good
know
trick to
people who
have.
have, and it's absolute. It's nothing to joke about.
No, it's well, we'll still joke about it, but it does
Yeah. We're still gonna completely. Yeah.
but it does, yeah, it does suck. It's almost like I would describe it as you just can't focus on anything. It's almost just like a brain deadness. Obviously, you're still there, but it's almost like anything, even simple, just sort of is headache inducing. That's kind of how I would describe it.
Hey, Mallets. Yes, it is me. It is
This
I.
is the great Nard, with a surprisingly luxurious webcam, which I didn't know he owned.
Like I said, it's just my laptop. Is this one actually better than my mobile phone one?
I'll be honest, I think it might be on par. The only issue there is obviously you'd have to change the how it's the orientation. Sorry, I don't know why I struggled so much to say
Yeah.
that. But yeah, I don't think it's.
I can try putting it on its side, but
No,
how that's
I wouldn't.
work
I
out.
wouldn't worry about that. That's fine. I think it works. I think people can see you. I think people can see you. Let's see. I'm a little bit worried about our viewers though at the moment because I've seen that 50% of them don't need the police. 25% of them say help, and other 25% say how did you know? So I don't know if we should be concerned about people watching this. We probably should, for many reasons. But I'll get back to painting my goblin.
Exactly.
And stop being concerned about the general population, whoever's watching this.
Just act like nothing's happening.
Nothing's happened,
Stick your head in the
everything's fine.
sand.
Yeah, that's it.
It's the proper British way. I mean,
yes, that is. Yeah, that's exactly it. You think it's shit? Yes, it is. Just get on with it. There you go.
Exactly.
Do you feel worthless? Yes, that's because you are. There we go. That's the British way.
Aren't we happy-go-lucky?
Yeah.
Just complaining how awful everything is.
Everything is wonderful, which is why I live in this make-believe world I've created for myself. Because in this world, it is nice.
Who knows? You might actually have just created your own. How you call that? Yes chamber. This place where people just constantly agree with you.
Oh, echo chamber.
Exactly, that's the one.
Oh, I'd love one of them. That'd be brilliant. I need to get me an echo chamber. How do I purchase an echo chamber?
I believe it's become big enough on YouTube, and you will have some fans that you just.
Fans, you say? Now, what are those?
Yeah.
I haven't.
People who actually enjoy your content.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I can't say I'm familiar. Hello. How did I come up? That's not good. Okay, my partner's entered the room and she's watching me live. For some reason, I came up on my partner's shorts feed, which is worrying because it means people that are near me will be getting the same thing. Oh God, hello. That's not good, is it?
It's so funny.
Did you like and subscribe?
I've already subscribed.
Oh, that's okay then. There we go. That's one like and subscribe.
You needed to know that.
I do need to know that, and now I'm worried because that means people near me will know what I do in my spare time.
There was a slight delay of that though.
There will be a slight delay, yeah.
I've been actually quite honest about it.
Have you?
Yeah, I don't care.
Well, I mean,
Like I said-
I don't really care either, but it's
Like I
what,
said, I seriously do not give a F.
that is the way to be. I think I do, but it's more of like places I go regularly. I don't want to have the conversation regularly, like the gym.
I've actually just been bragging about my nice little painting corner and everything to my colleagues as well. It's like, oh, look what I made. It's like, I seriously could not care less.
It is a nice painting corner. It's simple things, but I'm very jealous of the garage. I can't wait to get my own.
Yeah, it is nice. It's also something we looked for when we bought the house.
Yeah.
It's nice to have a garage. It's not that big, but it's good enough.
Yeah. Well, you don't really. You kind of need a lot of space, but you also kind of don't with printing. It depends how you swing it.
Yeah, but the thing is, over here, it's not just all the printing stuff. It's also, like I said, all the gardening stuff.
Oh, of course.
The bicycles are in here, the motorcycle, all the kids' toys for playing outside, which for some reason the amount keeps growing and growing, and I don't know why.
Have they not found sticks? They'll have a great time when they discover sticks. They're biodegradable too.
Well, I live in the middle of a village. There aren't that many sticks around.
There's no sticks allowed. Oh no. It's stickless. Alright, I need to find myself a different paint for these.
Well, they shouldn't
leggings.
complain. I made a sand pit for them so they can play in that.
Nice. Endless food.
Endless food and also endless stuff to bring inside and make the ground feel crunchy all the time.
Oh yeah. I didn't think about that. Like when you get sand in your shoe and it just never leaves.
Exactly.
Malice says, I live near Baltimore, so don't worry. I will never call the police. Oh god. What's wrong with the current paint? Nothing's wrong with it. I just haven't decided on the colour of the legs. So I've got like the primary colour. Malice is gonna be excellent for this. I've got the primary colour for the back is hardened leather because I felt lazy, and it's a speed paint, and I like those. So I'm going to go pick probably another brown, because I feel like I can't really use green, because his skin's green and that'll look weird. So, Nard, entertain everyone. And I'll give you a co-host. 1 second.
Oh,
because this
I'm
guy
gonna get
hasn't
my
got
colleague.
old yet.
Okay, so you're putting a lot of pressure on me.
Right, let's
Okay.
see. Warpstone green. I could go for dark green, that might work. Alright, well, I'll do that. Nocturne green. Orange might look a bit weird. Probably won't do that. Glitter green, no. Skag brown. Maybe. Contrast purple. Battle. Night scale. Take gold, highlight blue. Ooh, blue. Maybe blue. The orange. Yeah, that. Okay.
It's so
Collected
weird
some
because
options.
the delay is immense. Of course, I'm also watching the stream. You just left for Pickle Ring.
Mouse is in agreement. I think yes, blue would be a nice. I like the blue. I use the blue way too much, I think.
I was about to say, didn't your entire Bertha became? Oh no, she became purple, didn't she?
Bertha was largely purple. Yes.
With a bit of blue, didn't she?
Was it? I should know this because I painted it.
Well, yeah. Well, the thing is, I've been there every single stream that you painted her, so I should know as well.
Yeah. I don't think I did have any blue. I use the blue on the Tyranids a lot because it's just a really bright colour. So it might look a bit. Or orange trousers, maybe. Or yeah, I got very dark
always
green.
a bit scared of orange.
I'm a bit scared of orange too, to be honest, because I think it'll look a bit
Also
weird.
because I still hate it. It's not that it looks bad, but I still hate the mini.
Nice. Oh right, yeah.
The Bart one. I don't know why, but it just rubs me the wrong way.
I don't know what it is.
It's nicely
about.
bright and everything, and it's actually It's not necessarily a good one, but I just do not like him.
Yeah, I can't quite put my
And he's
finger
just
on it. Maybe it's
sitting there looking at me judgingly.
remind you of your greatest failure, staring at your damnation.
I was so proud because, like, the missus is always saying, it needs to be more bright, it needs to be more bright. I was like, okay, I'm gonna put bright orange on it.
And
I
you learned
hated
the
it.
lesson. Never listen to her again.
Oh, it wouldn't be her idea because she actually hates orange. So,
Ooh, in a small portion, yes, please. Yeah. Yes, please. So I can't. Okay, I'm gonna. Sure. How long do you reckon? Just because I think. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. Because eating eggs and painting is going to be one hell of a stream. So.
you'll probably make it work.
Excellent. There we go. I was just discussing dinner plans. But yeah, well.
Ooh.
But yeah, I
You
think
haven't
that's...
had dinner yet.
No, what? Why? I'll be honest. I go through weird phases with my eating habits. For the longest time, I was doing the really... Some people call it the warrior diet, and it's a really douchey way of just saying you eat once a day. I did that for quite a long time.
Once a day.
Yeah, but the thing is, it was really efficient, and it meant you could save so much time, and I loved that. And to be honest, I wasn't really tired or anything, but I also wasn't gaining much muscle mass for the exercise I was doing. So I think it's just a fine balance, because you can't really get the calories in that easily in that one sitting. So I've changed up now to do the exact opposite, and now I'm trying to eat as much protein as I can all the time. So one day I'll be as tall as Nard. I think that's how it works. You still grow until you're like 30. Is that's right, isn't it?
I think I stopped in I don't know, when I was 18, I believe. The only thing I'm growing now is sideways.
Yeah, I'm trying to grow sideways in a good way.
Yeah, I'm actually trying to lose a bit of weight. It's became quite bad.
Mm.
But
Well,
But
maybe
I'm doing it very, very slowly, and that's most of the time the best way.
Yeah. Don't do what I do.
But I am doing it slowly, so it is actually happening. So I'm
Nice.
quite happy with that.
Nice. Good evening, Manny. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Malice just said, yeah, I've heard it called OMAD. OMAD. Yeah, that makes more sense. Metabolism compensates, but a body can only absorb so much protein at once, so muscle gains can be limited. Yeah, that was what I discovered. And do you know how I discovered that? I was talking to my phone. I was talking to an AI, and it took me talking to an AI to work out that what I was doing was a bad idea. So there you go. It was helpful. Google Pixels AI. There we go. They should pay me. I've been talking to it way too much. It's my new best friend.
Oh God.
It's the only one that listens. It's the only one that's always
Right, says the person who has a stream where people actually join in on.
This is true,
It's the only one who listens. Well,
No, I'm sorry. I greatly
who are we
appreciate...
to you then?
Yeah, but I can't put you in my pocket, can I? That's the problem. Oh no, I kind of can, in a way, I suppose. No, I guess I kind of do have you all in my pocket.
We already
Yeah,
are. Because...
yeah, because you're on my phone. Yeah,
So are we your pocket monsters then?
you are my pocket monsters. My legion. My legion of pocket monsters.
Oh God.
Do you like the new class I invented in the Discord? The Technomancers. I was so proud of that name.
It is a good name. It is.
It's a funky name. I don't think it makes sense, but it's a cool name.
That's the most important part.
Exactly.
If it's cool, people will just accept it anyway.
Yes. That's like me. Well, so. I think this brown is too... I might actually use null oil for a little bit. Ooh, Manny's been technomancing. What have you technomanced, Manny?
Ooh.
Let us know. Share the love. That arm is really tricky to get to. Hmm. Not quite sure what happened with the music, but I'm not mad. It's alright.
Would not know because I cannot hear it.
Ah, yes. It would be a bit weird because you'd be hearing me twice, wouldn't you?
Exactly, and it would drive me absolutely bonkers.
Malice says, I can't see the... yeah. Malice says that she chooses you as a Pokemon. Nard, I choose you. Use Body Slam. I'm assuming that's just... that's a Pokemon attack, that's my guess. I'm not well versed in the Pokemon.
Yes, it is. You are not. Shame.
That'd be
Use
good.
Body Slam. Yeah.
Ooh. Manny has figured out how to use the exposure finder to... in the UV2. Ah, nice. So you can use, what do you call it? So you can do multiple exposure tests at once, if I'm not mistaken. Very useful thing to have, that, actually. Good work. That is cool. How tricky was that then? Because I know that... I think one of us tried to do that a while ago. We couldn't quite suss at the multiple exposures on one printer thing. Is it easy to replicate, is the question. Okay. Right, this mini is coming along pretty nicely. I just need to sort out the colouring on the legs. I could give him red socks, actually. That might work. Makes more sense than using green. Let's find some red. I don't want to use orange because I'm kind of scared. Because I'm pretty sure the orange you used, Nard, would have been Fire Giant Orange, would it?
I believe it is.
Yeah, so I know exactly what that looks like. I don't want to replicate that.
No, it's too bright. It's not good.
Right, let's find ourselves. Maybe the burgundy socks. That could be nice, actually.
I mentioned it in the Discord already that I've been. I first primed the entire thing black, and then I went over it with white from the top.
Oh, what, for the Zenithal highlight thing? Yeah, I think I did catch that. Oh, that's not a bad idea, actually, because black is... I always prefer priming things in black. Because it's
I always prefer to do it in white, because I do quite like bright colors.
Yeah, I suppose it depends on what you're painting.
But I think this is kind of the best of both worlds, because you do get the highlights do get quite bright, and all the other stuff gets quite dark. So the thing is, though, I did that. Now I've got this pretty highlighted thing, and I'm just painting everything brown.
Nice.
Yes.
That looks really nice, actually.
I quite like it, actually.
Those are two good shades. What's the darker brown? What colour's that?
Satchel brown.
Satchel brown.
And the other thing is hardened leather.
Ah, okay. So, because hardened leather's what I've got. That's the lighter one. That makes sense, right? Yeah. Because that's what I've used on the back of this one here. I need a darker colour. But yeah, black primer with a heavy Zenithal and white I think is my favourite. Yeah, I think that must be the way to go. I need to try that.
I think I might have gone a little bit too much white at some point in on one part, but well, like I said, it's the first time I tried it, and I'm just using Redo cans and not don't have a fancy airbrush.
No, you're the same as me. I have found actually, because I experimented a little bit with using, because I got army painters, army coloured paint to do the las gun and but basically this colour. But if you're doing like a woodland creature or something, you can or something that's going to have kind of very green and earthy things like a wood elf, or in my case a couple of rats. If you use that to prime it, it makes it way easier to paint it. So you can just leave that as the base colour and then kind of change it a little bit in places. So yeah, it does make a big difference depending on how you prime things. Let me see. Black primer with a heavy Zenithal and white. Yeah, read that one.
Deck tan?
Yeah, I don't know what deck tan is actually. One second, grab another paint.
Is it a colour that I do not have, or is it something else?
It sounds like a product. Look, one second.
It could be.
Let's go. I was going to go red, wasn't I? Get some red. Oh shit. Options are red. Could go grey. Hello. I was going to go red, I was going to go burgundy, wasn't I? That's what I was going to do. Contrast, blood angels.
Bye, Malice. Thanks for hopping in.
Purple, purple. Blood god.
There's a Vallejo paint. I do have some Vallejo paints.
There you are.
Do I have them? Let's see.
Burgundy, yes.
Oh, it's an off-white. I have
Right.
bone white. No.
Alright, see you later, Malice. Nice to see you drop by. Deck tan as a paint. Okay.
Well, I've got Vallejo paints, but I think I do not have deck tan.
Is it just a bright... Oh, off-white, great
It's an
coverage.
off-white.
Okay. Ah,
I've
that
got
might be the
bone
way
white,
to go.
but I've got some carn tan.
Let's
This
see.
one brownish.
Alright, well the good news is 50% of our audience don't need the police right now, so at least we can
Yay!
rest safe knowing that at least 50% of them do not need police attention right now. To be honest, I do wonder sometimes if
Can sleep peacefully.
yeah, I don't know how useful it is to have the police at every situation, but I guess it depends where you live. Like if it is the ATF, they might just shoot your dog, but it depends where you are. Right, he's gonna have burgundy socks because I think that's. I should have painted him like Santa's elves. I missed an opportunity there. Oh well.
What do you think? The color, the
It's nice.
I will use
Yeah.
that. Yeah, but the thing around his neck. What
Yeah.
color should?
Ooh, good question.
It's some weird. Can I get it to focus?
Well, I'm thinking either silver or gold. I think gold
Silver,
maybe.
gold.
Is it
Well,
metal?
It needs to be a bit of. It needs to be. It's going to be a druid, so it needs to be a bit. I'm actually thinking about making it mossy green.
Yeah, that could work. It depends. Is it a metallic thing? It looks metallic.
No, it's like. No, it's more of a. How you call that thing? It looks like those feathers you put around your neck.
Feathers I put around my neck.
A boa or whatever it's called.
Oh right.
But no, it's like a little spiky thing. It's like it's
Show me again?
probably.
Oh okay.
Why will you not
on
focus?
top of his shoulders. You mean?
Yeah, that
Ah, right.
that thing.
I can just about see it, I think. Yeah, okay, yeah, not gold, no.
No,
Although
no.
you could go
I
for
think
like an autumn leaf kind of vibe, but
Could do, yeah.
I'm not quite sure. That's a difficult because I don't really know
Like,
what that is. Is it a bush? It's not a bush, is it?
I think it's like just like one of those. You see them on winter coats once in a while.
Oh, what,
like
fur?
The furry thing. I think it's
Ah.
probably fur. Although I think I'm gonna try and make it a mossy green and see if I can make it look like moss because it's a druid.
It looks like a very natural kind of vibey
Yeah,
thing, so that would
exactly.
make sense, yeah. Mossy green would definitely be the way to go.
Let's have a look. Do I have something mossy greenish? What would be algae green?
That sounds close, but is it bright?
It's not that bright, I believe. But let's.
I guess you could
see.
always
It's
bring
next
it
to.
down.
It's a bit darker, so probably could work. It's the nice thing that I've got the entire speed paint range. I've got choices.
No, did you buy the entire speed paint range from Manny? I can't
Yeah.
remember. You did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
only thing I don't have is the metallics. All the metallics, but all the other ones I do.
DM. Yes.
DM what?
DM.
Direct message.
Ah, Manny's DM'd me.
Oh.
Yes, of course.
He's
yes,
sliding
Manny,
into your DMs.
Slide in my DMs. Hang on. Let's go. I'll tell you what we'll do.
The people that are watching.
This is going to confuse the stream a bit, but let's do. If we go over to I should be able to do it myself actually. Let's see if I can move. Move to. Okay, this is gonna be a mistake, but anyway. There we go. Probably have to do some reorganizing, but I've moved us over. Yes, Manny, we are in general. Feel free to stop by.
Yeah. Is Manny gonna join us?
Yes, Manny is gonna join us. I
Ugh.
think but he'll probably get this a little bit later because there's like a 20-second delay on YouTube.
Yeah.
I wonder what the stream quality's like because it keeps telling me I've got a bitrate problem, whatever that means.
Could it be because you're also screen capturing or something?
I don't think so. I genuinely think it's because my partner's watching Netflix. That's my assumption. There we go. Manny is live. Hello, Manny. How are you doing?
Hello, good evening. I'm fine. How are you?
Excellent. I am not too bad. A little bit tired, a little bit sleepy, but apart from that, all good. But yes, how your UV tools?
Yes, it's actually pretty easy. If you take a model that you have printed before and which you got good results of, you load that into UV tools, and then it's hold on. Just a bit fiddling about with the exposure time finder under the calibration tab, and it's just a few settings. It's easy as a lot easier than I thought it would be. And it gives excellent results.
Excellent. So what exactly is it doing? So is it doing the thing where it tests loads of them in the same? Good evening, Dirty
Yes.
Plumbers. Welcome to the chat. So
You give
Ew, you still haven't cleaned it. Ew.
filth. So yeah, it is the thing of you can test multiple exposure times at once.
yes, about 6 on the GK2 at the same time.
Okay, cool. So run me through again. How does it exactly do? Is it do it off? Do you have the same model in multiple places?
Yeah, well, you load in a model, and UV Tools uses the sliced model for the settings for the printer, for the printer settings, if you will,
Oh, it copies it over from the.
from the sliced file. So you have to use a CTB file,
Oh, okay, interesting.
and it then, well, basically deletes the model, puts in its own exposure time finder bits, those plates with crosshairs and letters and pins, positive and negative holes, and then you just say how many of those parts you want. Well, it's about 6 on a GK2 in one go, and then you just say what the increment of time has to be. So you start at 1.8, and then you bounce it up with 0.2 of a second, so or 1/10 of a second.
That's an excellent way to find out way quicker than the way I do it.
Yes, it saves enormous amounts of time.
Yeah, because I did find it might even have been 0.25 of a time difference, but I think wargamer I printed at 2 seconds exposure time, and just dropping it down 0.25 was enough to make some of the supports not work. But I have found that at the moment it's 2 seconds is the perfect time for it. But if I could test it even more incrementally than that, you could get even more accurate results.
Well, you can go to not a 10th, but a 1/5 of a second. Is that small? No.
That is ridiculous.
One step below a 10th.
That is a level of accuracy that I do not trust myself to achieve. But that is excellent to know that it can be done.
Well, the way I go about it now is I'll make a cones of calibration to get a first rough measurement, if you will.
Yeah.
And after that, I'll bump it into UV tools and do the fine tuning over there. It's an hour work to set a new resin. It's amazing.
Definitely sounds like it. I can imagine that being definitely way easier than the current process. How did you find, is it widely known this, or is it...
Well, viva la YouTube.
Ah, yes. Our greatest friend.
Yes.
Is
If
actually-
it isn't on YouTube, it does not exist.
This is true. This is very true. I think, therefore, I am on YouTube.
YouTube, so I exist, you exist, or something like that.
That's it. As the old proverb says. So what are you up to this evening then? You've just been testing stuff like that?
No, to be honest, we're having a really bad time with our youngest.
Oh.
She does not want to sleep anymore, at least not alone.
Ah, right. How old is your youngest again?
She's turning 3 next month.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Uh,
Nod.
so all the talking about my kid about sleeping badly, she took advice.
Yeah. Yeah, it bit me right back in the ass.
Yep.
Yeah.
So no, that's it takes a lot of energy to.
Yeah. It drains you.
Yes, and you are not supposed to lose your mind.
Sleep is one of those things that because I haven't had much, just because of I don't even know why. I've just had weird sleep patterns recently. But as soon as you lose it, it does make a massive difference.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that.
There's this Dutch proverb that goes rust, reinheid en regelmaat. It translates something like peace, quiet, and sustain. I want to say sustainability, but that's not the word I'm looking for.
Peace.
Sustainability.
Could you say that again?
Rust
reinheid.
en regelmaat.
Well, it's mostly probably discipline. I think. It's just not entirely.
Well, anyway, it ain't working out.
There we go. Ah, yes, good.
Is that a mini from the wargamer's resin?
This is yes. And I can attest to the sponginess and the sort of, what do you call it? The thing that people always go on about, or you're supposed to go on about, is the bendiness of it.
Yeah.
And it does have a good level of bendiness. I could try and show it there a little bit. It is quite resilient. And it better be for the price. But it's good. It is good stuff. Oh, that's nice. That is a nice colour, actually.
It works really. I don't know why it won't focus on the mini, but
No, it's focusing pretty well. That looks great.
Yeah, it's turned out really nicely.
That is nice. I think mine's going to need to be doused in null oil to bring down the colour on some bits of it. But apart from that, I think he's going to be all right.
Is that much you are willing to bend it, Ed?
I don't want to. I don't want to break it. I don't think it will break. But I got a better op. Let's see. I've got a witch here. Oh no, let's use this one because this one's longer. It'll be easier to bend with. So this. There we go. There you go. That's pretty bendy, I'd say. I don't want to have to print it again, so I'm not going to push my limits. But yes, pretty damn bendy. Good evening, young Grizzle. Welcome to the chat. How are you doing?
Hey, Chris.
We're just having a wee painting session.
Yes.
Yeah, that's more like it. That's the bendiness I would like to see.
Yes, it's so. I think realistically, for if you are printing things for wargaming miniatures, and you're going to treat them as such, like you would treat like a Warhammer figure or something, it definitely makes sense because I think it will be as resilient, if not maybe slightly more, because of the bendiness of it. Because it's not like you drop it; it's not rigid. It's not going to crack.
I've printed the Shrocks. How did you call them?
Shrocks.
The green things you designed.
Shreks. There we go. Shreks. Yes.
No, the monsters, the Shrek thingies.
Yeah, Shrocks. Yeah,
Shrocks.
French
Shrocks.
That's what I would
Yes.
say. Yeah, it was definitely Shrocks.
Yeah. And I've printed those in Sunlu.
Grizz, I'll take that bet.
You see,
I knew it.
I did it in Sunlu Toughness.
Yeah.
And the only reason that they broke is because my child is a monster.
The Sunlu
and-
is pretty good.
Yeah, that stuff will not break. It's great.
I should get me some Sunlu.
Sunlu is good. It is a good
The one
all-rounder.
I've got now is actually printed with the stuff you gave me, Manny. The
The
water
water
washable.
washable stuff.
Yeah.
It's
How did it
nice.
work out?
Well, thank
Was
you.
it- Was that the resin you were struggling with?
Yeah. But it wasn't just necessarily that one, because before I also had issues and it was the normal stuff. I don't know what happened ever since I put it in the cabinet. I've been having issues, but it's probably, yeah. So I've been switching resins. I've been moving the printer. I've been doing a lot of stuff. So it's kind of not a big surprise it's been failing lately. But I've always had issues with bigger prints. They always seem to break off the supports for some reason.
Or on the model or on the support.
It starts, well, the moment it starts to become a bit wider, they just break. It breaks off the supports.
I suspect
While
it's
printing.
to do with hollowing and such.
Yeah, probably.
Could be wrong.
Well, those 32mm minis that we use, those things, you don't have to hollow those.
No,
Exactly.
actually saying that, because Nard's one isn't actually that big, so I think.
No,
That would give you more problems than solutions.
Yeah, you're probably right, actually. So, I don't know, actually. Why would it have such... Unless it is an underexposed issue, perhaps.
could be.
Because I
Could
think
be.
Seb's
Maybe
system
you're-
might be something to do with that.
Maybe your first retract speed is a bit high.
Also, Grizz, money first, then I'll do it.
I'll do a bit more work on getting my settings right.
The cool thing is, though, once you get them right, you can leave them, and that's the happiest part of that journey.
I ruined my brush by doing the little spiky stuff.
I think I've done that this session. I've done something similar. I did wonder, because we did discuss it before, we could have like sort of a painting competition, which would be very exciting for anyone watching. But it'd be fun for us, so that's the main thing. But I do have the Moroba model, which
Oh yeah, I still need to look at that.
I have got the STL ready. Obviously, I've made it, so it's not perfect. But I'm not paying for my ZBrush subscription any longer because I'm buying a house, and we all know how much ZBrush is. So I've that's the last I can edit on it. I'm gonna have to teach myself to do Blender or something else for more intricate and organic shapes because it's just too expensive, basically. But yes, so we could do a stream where we all paint the same thing, and it could be that model or another one. Just an idea. I'm not too fussed.
Yeah. Let's
know.
make Naruba. Would
Yes.
be good. And not tell Strawberry about
Not
it.
tell Strawberry at all, no.
No.
She probably forgot about it anyway, to be honest. The idea originally was to send it to her at some point, because I know she's got a PO box, but I'm going to have to ship it, and that'll take ages. So the video will probably be done before it arrives anyway, so I'll probably still do it, but not bother putting in the video, because it'll take too long. Anyway, what was I doing? Null oil. Haven't used this in ages. Let's ruin a model.
It's actually quite difficult to ruin it with null oil. It's quite forgiving, I think.
Watch me try. As soon as
Because, like I said, I've been using the other one, the Vallejo, I don't know, black stuff of complete satanic death.
Black disaster.
Yeah, that one just completely destroys everything. Which I still cannot understand why all of you like the wizard I made so much, because it's just a
I quite enjoyed the wizard, actually. I did like the wizard. I think it's because it's got a lot of dark details on it. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks good.
It does look good, yeah.
I hate it. It's like it's just grey washed.
I know, but that's like, I guess maybe that's what makes it look more defined, is the grey wash and
Probably. Although, I like the more cartoony, bright stuff.
Yeah.
That's personal preference, of course.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like a bit of both. I like it bright, but I also like it to look somewhat real, which is kind of kind of goes against itself. No. Right, I'm gonna find a pot of death. Because I am thirsty.
There we go. What to do now?
Time to ruin things.
Nard, check the Discord.
Oh god. Check the Discord.
The general chat.
General chat.
No,
Okay.
Oh, chat and the thingy. Yeah. There we go. What the? You're printing that one?
I'm selling that one.
Ooh. I don't really care about Superman, but ooh. It is a pretty one.
It is, isn't it?
Oh, I'll have a good look now. Hang on. I feel left out. Let's have a look.
The thing is, I never really got the thing with getting a bust. It's like, why only getting part of a mini? It's kind of...
I guess because we always view it from like a gaming perspective.
Yeah, probably.
Right, general. Where is the post? Is it in general or is it in?
No, it's just in the chat of the voice channel.
Oh, sorry, that's me being thick. Right, hang on.
Yeah, I did the same thing. So we're both.
Do we have a chat? How'd you get to the chat? I'm looking at old man trying
In the
to
top
do this.
right.
Top right. But that's just voice.
Oh god, the child woke up. I'll be back.
There we go.
Okay, good luck.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
This truly reminds me of the first days being on your streams. Be right back. Child is awake again. Bye.
Yeah.
Or I gotta be quiet because I'm sitting next to a almost sleeping child.
Excellent. And then they'll get to an age where they'll just be playing Fortnite, and then you won't have to worry. Or whatever the equivalent is at that age, I don't know. Some of Fortnite might change, who knows. Maybe it'll be
Okay.
Minecraft again.
Do I have... The plant pot on its back. Looks like a stone pot. It's like a terracotta pot.
Clay, colour.
Yeah. Probably something like that. Is there a clay color in the speed range?
I don't have all of them. I got quite a few. Let me quickly think. Right, that's pallid bone. That won't work. I don't know, to be honest. Or you could go really bright with it and have it like a decorative one. No, that won't work. Sorry, ignore me. I think that'll go.
I was actually thinking because there's like a little decorative band around it. And
you could go bright with it. Or
so
bright
I thought
with
about doing that one, maybe red. The
yeah,
decorative
red,
band,
definitely red.
But I need to get somewhat of a clay pot color. But
Good evening. Yeah, that'll do. How are you doing? It's just doing a flyby visit to say hi. Welcome to the chat. How are you doing? Hope you're having a good evening. There we go. This is what we're up to. But yes, thanks for stopping by. Do you have any projects in the works? Any future videos coming up? I will be using the sword that I bought for you as soon as I get the money together. I've been planning it for months. I just haven't made it yet, but it is coming. There we go. This guy
found something called bony matter. Maybe that will work.
Bony matter. I think, is that like for painting bones on the floor?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. So that might work. Hard to say. I suppose worst case scenario, just wipe it off and try something else.
Yeah.
So not really anything. I kind of have just made a grubby looking homeless man that's green, I think. But I think he's, I think it's alright.
I do like him though. He looks good.
He's an angry little guy. I quite like him too. I know I'm gonna mess the eyes up. I just feel like I was in two minds with the colour. I really wasn't sure, but I've kind of toned down his chest pieces to make it not the same colour as the back. But I'm not sure. Right, I might
The
attack
only
his eyes.
downside I already found to the what's it called, Zenolith or whatever highlight.
Is that a
thingies.
highlight? Yeah.
Yeah, before they were white. So if I messed up, I could just completely put some white over it and it would be done.
Yeah.
Now it's more difficult because there's color differences.
Yeah.
I found some light grey that I can put over it, and it looks kind of alright. But it's
Yeah. I think that's the trickiest part of painting, is when you make a mistake trying to cover it up. Let's use... Where's a very precise brush? I need a very precise brush for this bit.
I need to cut off a hair on my brush. It is sticking out the wrong way.
Oh, do you know what I do with that? I just awkwardly hold the brush and hope the hair doesn't touch anything. That's how I deal with those. Like a genius.
Let's see if I can cut it off.
There we go.
Because it has been... Well, that's what I've been doing for the last 15 minutes. But I'm kind of done with it.
And now we choose the sensible option. Okay, right. What colour are goblins' eyes? Kind of like human colour, aren't they? I'm going to try and use... I might even try and use this pokey stick to do his eyes. I'm sure that's not going to work, but I'm tempted to try it. Cool, still alive. Been making a few abominations on Blender. Yes. And I'm so glad that you chose Blender because it's free. Because I just had to get rid of my ZBrush subscription because it's too expensive, and now... Oof. I've got to relearn something all over again. Just finished painting your first Skaven. Only 300 to go. Nice, nice. I'd love to see it. Is it on? I'm sure you posted it somewhere. Because I don't think I've ever seen you paint a miniature before, but I'm sure they're remarkable if it's anything like your other work. Let's find. Let's try a little bit blue. I don't know if you have Discord. Yeah, that'll do. But you are obviously fully and officially invited if you ever do feel like joining it. You can always use some of your skill in the community. This is never gonna work. This is never gonna work. Oh my god. This is where Malice does this, like wearing dentist glasses.
Yeah.
Oh my god, oh my god. Okay, we'll try again. Second run. Kind of worked, kind of didn't. Ooh, current project is a 40k Imperial themed knife and scabbard. Nice. Excellent. That's cool. That's like the correct version of the chaos knife that I made, which I'd love to show you, but I broke it. I broke it running around a field and trying to stab people with it. True story.
Best paint for PLA.
Any paint really,
No,
mate, I would say. It depends on... Well... Best paint for PLA. Welcome, Nard. How are you doing? Just found you randomly. That's the best way to find me, randomly. Like at the shop, behind the counter.
It probably has to be a bit more thick, though, because you've got all the lines. If you use speed paints or anything like that, it's going to just run into all the lines.
I'd say the general process is sand, prime, paint, but it depends. It depends what you're going to use it for, really, because with PLA... If it's something that you're going to be using more functionally, obviously you don't want it to chip so much, in which case I'm not that useful, because most of the stuff I make, I haven't figured out the best way to paint stuff that's used actively. Yeah, that I'll do is much more, the chap just under and above you there, is much more versed in paints for things like that stuff. What was it called? I asked him recently, and he did tell me. It's like a kind of flexible paint. It's like latex paints, and effectively they last long. It's what this is painted with, so it's not gonna crack when it moves because obviously it's on foam. But priming, I suppose, is the first step for PLA painting. Pics in the Skaven subreddits, but decorated. Nice. I'm sure it is. I have been known to Discord. Do Discord. I will. Unless you're already in it, I'm going to feel really embarrassed if you're already in it and I've just forgotten. But I'll let me grab a link from somewhere. A non-functional piece. Okay, so for a non-functional piece, just and there we go. Nord, anyone in the channel, as long as you're over the age of 18, very important. This we get in trouble. Join the Discord. It's a really nice community. We were only discussing it just a little while ago. Very helpful bunch for 3D printing, mini painting, all that kind of hobby, and basically just anything nerdy it's kind of turned into, but largely D&D, Warhammery, miniature stuff, and other things. But yes, there is a link to the Discord. Please do join if you are so inclined. If you feel so inclined.
I like how that turned out.
Ooh, so do I actually. That's nice. That is very
I'm
nice.
surprised by that. It looks good.
Leather flex paint is a good start for flexible paint. Yes, that's what I need to get my hands on. Right. Second attempt. Let's get this eye.
And the zenithal highlight stuff is absolute. I love that. I'm gonna do that more often.
I'm gonna start
It
doing
helps. It helps so much just getting like somewhat of a light source onto it.
Yeah, my I still paint like a caveman, so I do need to. I need to up my game a bit. He says I'm currently holding a sharp stick to paint an eye, and it's kind of worked on one of them, and I'm just trying to stab it into the other one. Like that scene from Dead Space 2. Do you know, I've got it in one eye, and I'm actually almost impressed with myself at the level of accuracy I've kind of managed to achieve. I'll see if I can get it on camera. Probably won't be able to.
Every mini that I've got does not have eyes.
You haven't bothered.
Oh, that's not true. I tried one of them at one point,
Mm.
but I believe even that one in the end I painted over because I did not like it. I cannot do eyes.
I can't either, as this will show. There we go. I don't know if that's visible. I'll try and get the eye on camera. Probably won't come up. It's like a little blue dot. It almost looks like I've done it properly. So for that, it looks a bit derpy, but it's a goblin, so I feel like I can get away with that.
Now I have to wait like 30 seconds before I can see it.
Yeah, because I'm not on camera on Discord. I didn't think that through, did I? Oops. It's what you use on the Doomsday device. The Doomsday device is excellent. Have you? I don't know. Have I shown you that, Nard?
No.
Oh, so yeah, that dude's made Skaven Doomsday device, which is effectively like a big, like cannon made of warp stone. So basically magic rock, and it kind of glows up and spins round green. It's brilliant. I'll send a link at some point.
I am back.
Welcome back, Manny. Hope all is well.
No.
Oh.
All is horrible.
Oh, okay. Well, I hoped it anyway. Right, I'm gonna grab a bit of dirt.
We have lost this fight, but not the war.
I wonder what happens if what if you just leave them? Do they eventually sleep? Is that how that works?
No, because they start screaming and they'll scream so loud that eventually the cops will show up. Because people outside will think that somebody is being murdered. No, and you know what it is? If your child is screaming their absolute tits off, you can't relax.
No, I imagine you can't.
You get annoyed.
Yeah, but sometimes you do have to.
Yeah, if they deserve it, they can scream. But with this whole sleeping thing, it's just it doesn't help.
No.
No.
And they're at the age now that you can put them in bed, but they'll crawl out of the bed, open the door, and just walk down the damn stairs to come down.
Yep.
So you can't contain them. Well, at least not legally.
No. I'm sure locks work, don't they? Alright, I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna go grab a paint. I'm not culpable for anything I say.
Well, we'll get back to you once you will have your own little effort.
Monsters. Yeah, kids, you love them to bits, but you want to sometimes put them behind
My other one is all...
behind the wallpaper. That's the one.
Yes, behind the wallpaper.
Oh, that reminded me of a horrible fact I learned about Wales in the UK. Oh, it might not just be Wales, but there's a house that I went to. I messed that up. I went to in Wales, and it's a thing they used to do to pirates. Is they used to bury them alive in the walls of houses when they were building them, which is mental for so many reasons. That was a little factoid I learned because I was visiting a house in the Welsh countryside, and they were telling me about how they had to get a body removed from the walls when they moved in, or at some point because they discovered it was there.
That would be some exciting home extension.
Yeah, oh God, imagine that.
For the Emperor.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's, I don't know why. Humans used to do terrible things. Still do, but worse.
Used to.
Yeah. Good point. Very good point. Maybe that's why I like 40k, because they do horrendous things, but it's so horrendous, it's comical.
Yeah.
No! No. Stay here, Paint. Do not go there.
Someone had a leakage.
It's the absurdity of it,
Yeah.
I think.
Manny, I don't suppose you're subscribed to Warhammer Plus and might have seen the most recent Tithe episode.
No. No.
It's so the, I don't know, anyone plug their ears if they don't want to hear any spoilers to that episode. But basically, the long and short of it is, they get sent, the Astra Militarum, so the guardsmen get sent to a planet to basically collect from them, to go and collect ammunition and bring it back to basically where all the ammunition comes from in the first place. So they arrive on the planet, and the planet already doesn't have any ammunition. Hello? Oh, wait, one sec. Thank you. Yes, so basically, this planet thinks they're getting a rescue, and instead of getting given bullets, the person that turns up just takes what little bullets they have left, and then they bring that back to the base, and then the base go, nah, we don't want it actually. So they basically just condemned a planet to die, and it didn't even need to, and that's just kind of...
That's 40k.
That's 40k, yeah. And
No, I've seen the discussions on the Twitter sphere, or the X sphere, how do you call it these days?
Still Twitter, I think. I don't think anyone's bothered to call it X yet.
About the female custodian.
Oh yeah, that was a bit of it was one of those things where you kind of think, do people actually care about it? But apparently some people do.
Some people go completely tits up. It's
because they had it in one of the animations as well, didn't they? I suppose that's what might have reignited it.
Well, it came from a new codex, I believe, or something.
Yeah, that was the original. So, but then, because the first thing I do whenever anything like that happens is I turn to Grizz, who seems to have an encyclopedic knowledge of anything 40k, and I said, well, is it a known thing that there are female custodians? And he's like, yeah, they're mentioned, and he sent me like an extract from it. So they have been mentioned before that there are female custodians, they just didn't have the models for them for whatever reason, and they haven't been mentioned that much. So to anyone who's not like massively versed in 40k, they wouldn't know. And I guess you could maybe think they're doing like a sort of, I don't know what it is, like a virtue signal, like saying, oh, we do have female custodians too. Look at us, we're progressive. But at the same time, the other stuff they do, not so much. But yeah.
I find the whole Discord about it, I find it extremely funny.
Yeah, it's like if you're genuinely worried by something like that, then things are good. Things are good.
bit off topic. I'm a huge Formula One fan,
Oh yeah.
and you have this English YouTuber, Rocket Power Mohawk is his name. He sits in the bathtub spitting about Formula One. It's amazing. It's so funny.
In
It
a
doesn't make any
bathtub.
sense, but it's so funny. And then you get the extracts from Twitter fan bases from take Lewis Hamilton or Max Verstappen or any one of those. And those guys behind those Twitter accounts are absolutely fucking insane. That's just not normal. That's even worse than your standard soccer hooligan.
I can imagine. I think is that what I should start doing? Videos from a bathtub. Is that the way forward? I think painting could be a bit awkward.
Stick to the shed.
Yeah, the shed's niche enough. And welcome to the Discord. Yeah, that'll do. Nice to have you on board.
Hmm.
I'm sure you'll be a very valued member of our extremely talented community. Surprisingly so, because I'm the one that made it. But yes, it's turning out very nicely. Let's see if I fix that. I think I have. There we go. Right. I'm going to do a mukbang video now.
What?
I'm going to eat eggs on stream. Because that's what everyone wants to see.
You're gonna do what?
I'm going to eat an egg on stream. Because my partner's
Okay.
brought food. I
Starting
know.
a cooking channel now, are you?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'll be honest, it feels a little bit uncomfortable, but I've seen plenty of people do it. So I feel like maybe... I mean, I should do it off camera. I don't know. Long story short, my partner wanted to watch a show, and I hate the show that she's watching. So I'm doing this, and she's watching her show, and that's how it works out fine. Mormon Wives is a reality show. I'm sure you
Oh, that's horrible.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
you know the feeling of just, and it just, I don't know what it is. If I just hear their voices in the background, I'm angry. I have no reason to be angry, but I am.
To all our American viewers in chat, I'm sorry, but those Mormon guys are insane.
Yeah, there's something going on there, and
There's something in the water, I think.
definitely. I think just reality shows in general, it would be like, Catherine walks into the room and looks at someone and says something, and then suddenly it's this like dramatic music build up, and I just can't handle it. Like, it's not that deep.
My partner watches Selling Sunset.
Selling Sunset. Is that a similar vibe?
It's a mortgage company, of is that what you call it? A mortgage company
Yeah.
that sells houses.
Oh, okay. Oh, so like a retail agent or...
Yes, a retail
okay.
agent, and in Hollywood, and their selling agents are all fairly pimped up women, if you will.
Yes, I imagine they are. Do they look like I think they look?
Yes.
Okay.
Like
good.
like plastic minis, but bigger.
Yes. Oh, do they look like... I've got an example of what they look like. Hang on. Do they look like that, but painted blonde?
I'll wait for 30 seconds.
Hey,
Then...
wait 3 seconds for the reference to come through.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I have seen the grey reference. They are sticking out.
Yes. That makes complete sense. Do you know, I didn't know it was a thing until I started looking to buy houses. It is a thing.
Of course it is. I
I
think.
didn't know that was... I just thought that was one of those sort of... what do you call it? Stereotypes that was just a bit silly and on TV, but it's not.
No.
There's genuinely a big thing.
No, it did sell.
Yeah. Apparently they sell houses. I mean, it didn't really work for me, but because I'm pretty sure the person that sold... I'm not going to say that, that's mean. But the person that showed me the house that I ended up buying was not that way inclined. Alright.
Oh, you got like two flavors. Either you got this pimped up bimbo, or you got this little dwarf
I think it was...
office dude.
It was either that kind of old lady or or that. There seems to be no in between.
Ooh. Yeah, did some great dry brushing.
There we go. Ooh. Have things.
I just saw the mini
Oh, yeah.
you said earlier.
Yeah.
There's so much delay.
I. Yeah. Sorry, it's bad. I knew it'd be good. So yeah, that'll do's work on the Skaven. Obviously, I knew it'd be excellent. It's very nice. That is a very pretty model. And he's referring to that as a lazy paint scheme. That would be like my high effort paint scheme, but oh well.
I would send that to a painting contest. Look what I did.
Yes. Right, I'm now going to attempt the mukbang. I'm sorry if this makes you feel uncomfortable. Hopefully this doesn't come through on the mic, that's my main concern. No one needs that.
We need to fix this streaming setup so we can see you live. It makes more sense for referencing.
It does make more sense. The thing is, I can probably... Let's see if I can do it. I'm worried if I do it on Discord, it will destroy... I think it's working. I'm going to have to adjust that slightly. There we go. I'm going to have a...
I'm so scared to paint the little flowers.
Why you just get out the tiny little details?
Because the paint is gonna go everywhere.
There we go, that's a bit better.
You use thick paint.
Yeah, might do that. The thing is...
Dry the paint out as well, that's another trick I usually use. There we go.
Look how stupidly tiny those flowers are.
You've done some lovely work though. That is far beyond my abilities.
You can really see the power of speed paint.
Yeah, speed paint's beautiful.
Yeah.
ASMR
It's
noms,
all
yes,
speed
everyone
paint.
wants that.
It's...
I'm a massive fan of speed paint.
Some people... I've been reading like comments and everything, like there's people like, yeah, it's not proper painting with speed paints. There's color on my minis, I'm happy.
But what is proper painting? I mean...
I saw like people saying that driving an automatic car isn't real driving, but if it's easier, I'll take that option.
Yeah, if you gotta do a lot of traffic jams, then an automatic car is a godsend.
I'll tell you what they do. Do you know of any cars that have... Because there's active cruise control, but I want traffic cruise control, so it will just do that boring bit for me. That's what I think would be a... I'm sure there's one out there.
Yeah, Tesla can do that. It isn't allowed everywhere in all the countries, but...
A bit like how the Cybertruck's illegal in the UK, and I'm pretty sure in Europe. Oh yeah, so I can't use the camera because it's already on there. Okay, that makes sense. Because I'm pretty sure if you hit someone in a Tesla Cybertruck, you do just cut them in half.
Yeah, and the insurance companies here in the UK, in Euro, will not like that.
No.
And it's that heavy that you have to get a lorry driver's license.
Oh really? Because it's that heavy.
Yeah.
Like that. I guess that makes sense because it's got loads of batteries in it. I apologise for eating on stream. This feels so gross. But that paint is coming on lovely. I might actually make... Nard, you're going to be the star of the show for a bit because I'm being disgusting over here. I'm going to minimise myself.
Okay. So...
I can do a quick UV tools tutorial.
Yeah, anything. I can hide the eggs. There we go. I'm just seeing myself eating eggs. I don't know why that made me laugh.
I'm gonna get me something to drink.
Right, back to Eggcast it is then.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Alright.
What's the YouTube policy about having a beer on stream?
Pretend it isn't. No, I don't think they care. Well, I got in trouble for the firearm thing, but I don't think
Yeah.
you can. Just do it anyway. We just won't tell them.
Nah. I'll just get something else.
There's no way they'll know. I'm sure you're fine.
How did they know about your firearm?
Because I don't know, AI.
Because he shoved,
Yeah, I shot
it
it.
into the camera. Look,
I
look
did-
what I found.
I
Look,
did
look.
actually. I did that and I fired it twice. So that was why.
Yeah.
We call that a learning experience.
Exactly.
It was definitely an experience.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Alright. Now I was going to come back with like a Jaeger bomb.
Yeah, something that fits his posture. Nah, he's a great guy.
He started doing well, I know he's been streaming more, doing his own paint streams. I don't know if he's done it since, but I think you told him as well about the streaming vertically like I do.
Yeah, he couldn't get it really set up, he told me, and I told him to ask you.
Yeah. So basically, I'll explain it. So the way it works is you effectively just need to set the output resolution to match that of a phone, and that's pretty much it. And that's how you stream to shorts. But yeah, he's got his logo set up, but he's only sort of generated an AI thus far. So obviously he needs to do like a proper version. But it looks
That's
good.
cool. I mean,
It looks good.
and I'll print him a wet palette with a logo in it.
That'd be cool actually.
One of the many options in the store, mate.
Excellent. Excellent. How's it going in the store?
Nearly there. Nearly there. I had my last shipment coming in this week.
Perfect.
It's all sorted out. The site is almost done. Now I'm just waiting for the boxes to come where I can send stuff out.
Perfect. That's
And
exciting.
then I'm ready to go.
Nice. Well, I've had an update on my house, and there's only one outstanding thing that the solicitors have to work for at the moment. So, I should be hopefully moved in by the end of this month, if not the next. I'd like to say.
Really?
Faster than I thought, to be
Oh,
honest.
congratulations.
Thank you very much. Well, we'll see unless something goes horrendously wrong, but providing it doesn't, yeah, I should be in my new setup, all ready in the garage, which would be nice.
Believe it or not, but I am back.
You got a lot of home improvement to do, or?
Well, the garage is just a garage at the moment, so that does. But in terms of the house is fine.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I got a lot of. I'm gonna have to insulate the garage, which is gonna be a little bit expensive, but I'm not gonna
I
do it
still
myself.
need to do that.
Is it cold? Well, I suppose not right now. It's not, but
No.
You know, I've been designing a cover for my window where now my exhaust hoses come out for the printers. Because now I can just shove them out of the window and that's fine. But
yeah. I need
It
to
will-
drill a hole for mine in the wall because there is no windows.
I am not going to do that.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
I just drilled a hole in there and then I put
No,
a really
it's the front side of the house, so it would be like a really ugly stain.
Oh, it's actually, well, over here, it's behind a plant, so you don't really see it, but I put a really nice cover on it, like one of the bubble ones.
Yeah, but still, you can see it. It would stand out.
What have you printed a dragon's head so it looked like it was like
Like
smoking?
that is.
Get creative with it.
Guys.
Right, this has been good. We've been going for... How long have I been going for? I should go shoot up. Oh, 100% of us like eggs. That's good, isn't it? I'm glad I checked that. Our audience likes eggs, chaps.
Yay! I'll join in as well. Actually, forgot to.
Nicely done. Oh, yeah, I do. So, I'm very lucky that with the moving stuff, I do have a lot of stuff, but it's mostly miniature tat, apart from the printers. So, and I do also... I have access to vans, so I shouldn't need to pay anyone, but I will... I don't think it'd be too bad moving, he says. I've got a lot of IKEA furniture to disassemble and reassemble.
Ooh.
I know.
That could be challenging.
I know. Not looking forward to that part, but...
Are you gonna vlog it?
Do what, sorry?
Are you going to make a vlog out of it? How I moved into my new studio.
I might do. I wasn't sure, actually. Well, I could do like a time-lapse of the studio being built. Potentially.
Just don't give it one of those horrible names. It's like it's moving gone sexual.
That'd be hilarious. I'm going to do that
I
now.
moved into a new home. You never knew what happened.
Yeah, I'm going to do something like
My
that.
minis got all wet and soft.
Yes, my soft and wet minis.
God.
Do you remember that time? There's a beautiful time in YouTube history when everyone used to put "gone sexual" in their video titles. I love that so much. It never did either, and it would be the most inane nonsense ever. But people you used to get by with a catchy title, and that'd be it.
Well, you also got the now you the constant surprise faced in.
Yeah. Excellent. Right. So I'm probably gonna give it 5 minutes more or so, and I'm probably gonna wrap up so I can finish off this bowl of what is at this point rice, and because I think my partner's finished watching the Housewife show or the Mormon Housewife show. Good evening, Resin Forge. How are you doing? Welcome to the egg stream. I'm very sorry to say you've joined at a point where there's no eggs left. I've eaten them all, and now it's just rice.
Aww.
It's sad.
Make a poll. Do you like rice?
Yes. Rice is great. So
No.
versatile.
No.
But as for this painting session, I'm quite happy with the result. It's not perfect, but as a little goblin angry lad, he's looking alright. And his little blue eye, which I'll take a picture of for the Discord and I'll post there, because there is no chance in hell I'm going to be able to get that live on stream. But I did manage to give him a white pupil with white around it, basically using a pointy, sharp metal thing. So I'm quite impressed with myself there. It doesn't look perfect, but it's okay. And he looks like a grubby little homeless man, and I guess that makes sense. I might add some blood to that mace at some point, but for now we have rice.
Why do they have to be so tiny?
No, do you think you'll stream tonight, or you just happily sort of paint on your own?
No, I think after this I'll just finish off on my own.
Alright, nice. Just wondered, because I'm always happy to do a link to yours if you do ever decide to do that after.
Because I kind of need to try and finish this off and go to bed, because
It is
it's going
getting
to get late.
later. Yeah, I've got some rice to eat. But yes, thank you guys for joining us. I hope that painting project goes well. I'm sorry that like 15 minutes of this was me eating eggs, not very gracefully, but you stuck with me anyway. So thank you all for watching, and I will catch you all very soon.
See ya. Thanks.
Yeah.